Hey guys, welcome back to Western New York Weather. So today we're going to start with satellite imagery. It's really clear out. Very, as there's a high pressure sitting just around us, giving us some nice and fair weather for the next couple, at least for the next week or so, until some rain and thunderstorm potential increases. And sorry, um, looking at the National Weather Service, I would also say it's been a very quiet past few days. No watches, warnings, or advisories at this time, so yeah, there's nothing to look at in terms of warnings and advisories. Um, it was very cold. We got some 34 in Lewis County. There's a recorded a low temperature of 34 as observed. And yeah, it was very cool last night. And as we get more into, as I said, there's Canadian high pressure building across for this throughout this midweek too, until possibly some days in the next. And we got low temperatures in the 30s, even some 40s, some 50 lows. Um, that would increase throughout today into the low 70s as school is coming back and, summer's officially over as meteorological fall was September 1st. And yeah, we look. It's gonna be quiet in the severe thunderstorm and all associated hazards section. It's it's gonna ramp up during September, October. It's also with tropical weather, unrelated. You don't get tropical weather, but it would ramp up. It might be a little more interesting in the next couple weeks. If you look here, we got a lightning risk Friday, Saturday, so there's chances for thunderstorm development for most of Western. You got some northern central New York with, places like Oswego, Fulton, places near Rochester, places near. Mostly you got places near on Lake Ontario, then all places near Lake Erie, going to the border of the Weather Service until you hit, you know, over here. There's a flooding risk. There's a clear line where it affecting more heavier thunderstorm development this way. What usually happens is thunderstorms develop over the lakes, comes this way, develops over the Buffalo, Western New York areas, and produces more heavier thunderstorms. Even sometimes severe thunderstorms are more likely over here than over here. And this helps my point, considering there's like a whole line that's included, and heavy rainfall is not expected, but it's still still a chance of it, but really unlikely. And yeah, as we get more into that fall-like pattern, fall weather, we can get a little more risks over down in the southern tier into places into Pennsylvania, seeing more fog risk. And we're going down to a half a mile at times. And as time goes, winter's up next. There is a fire weather risk. This is somewhat common in Western New York around this time, especially fire and wind risk. We're gonna see this tab here. We could see some windstorms later on. As I was saying, actually, I'll expand the idea. There's usually once per year, at least a wind event that would issue like a wind advisory or even a high wind warning, where we just gonna see some heavier winds on the lake blowing into Buffalo, or just heavy winds coming through our region. And yeah, as time goes, it could get a little more windier in Buffalo. And that helps fair weather risk here. It's a limited risk. We do not really see a fair weather risk. It's, you know, we get the lakes right here. That's always providing somewhat constant of instability, because we know the lakes do affect the weather, and lake effect exists, and we don't usually get fire weather. And Buffalo's not, and the Western New York area is not really a hot region too, but does check off the wind threat though. If there's a stronger wind threat on a hot day, it could be bad. Um, there is a marine hazard, so instability or thunderstorm development or rain, just regular rain development, it could happen on the lakes. Um, through Wednesday, it grows with time. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we get some more. There's a more increased chance on Lake Erie than on Lake Ontario, and it grows on. It still remains relatively the same on Sunday and Sunday night, with rains and thunderstorms. Um, how do we know it's rains and thunderstorms? We wouldn't see 22 or knots or waves 4 or less in a regular day unless there's extreme winds, and we do not have any winds tags, so we can assume it's rain and thunderstorms, and that Sunday it kind of dissipates on Lake Ontario, but still relatively remains the same on Lake Erie on Sunday night. As we go into that next Monday, the threat on Lake Erie disappears completely, and so like a smaller threat, a limited risk threat on Monday here. Looking at the model runs, got high pressure system's gonna sit here for a while. Um, yeah. Then after that high pressure, a low comes through our region, producing rain and thunderstorm. Rain, possibly a thunderstorm in in the next couple, in the next week or so. We could see that. Looking at GFS, we did. You're gonna see this high pressure moves on. This low, it comes back around, producing more rain. Some of this could be lake effect rain too. We could see some of that lake effect rain too. But we get this in, and we could see some drop. We got this low. This looks like a tropical depression, but it's feeding for energy to this low that could bring some tropical moisture, or tropical, even some marginal risk for like tropical weather. I know we don't get it. It's mostly the moisture and this tropical rain. It's not gonna be like thunderstorms. And that's pretty much it for that model run. We got a new low. This is 384 miles out. Hours out, not miles. My bad. CMC, we're gonna see some this hot. Most models right now are like green. There's gonna be high pressure, and this low is gonna come through and kick out the high pressure. Sorry. And it's gonna produce some thunderstorm, some heavier at times, and bring the slow to hold. Then there's a high pressure for CMC. Even though this is 240 hours out, or the high pressure that's going to set back up on CMC model. So as time goes through a model, it will split off on disagreement because not all models are the same, but you know. We can work with 105 hours. Icon similar, like outlook, high pressure is gonna dissipate or leave us. Moves on north. I mean not north, easternly. A line of rain and thunderstorms develop. More heavier rain within the next 87 hours. As this is more heavier, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a threat of severe weather, and this bends out maybe like a straight line wind damage threat event is now the question, and it's weakening as time goes. I want to look at temperature anomalies. Oops, that's what I want. Temperature anomalies. See what's going on with the temperature. As we go to recently, we're in a cooler trend. As we keep on going, we get this, warmer temperatures are just north. Comes in, but it's gonna be generally cooler. We got some colder temperatures. This is well into 12 degrees below normal. But we got a lot of hot air coming back in as this cold air leaves us and goes out to the ocean, out into the tropical air. This could bring some heat. We're seeing some temperatures up into the 16 plus 16 temperature Fahrenheit above normal. I don't know why that took forever for me to say. Similar outlook. Got heat, some warmer air, and some cooler air in GFS. We got some hot air, but we still around 120. We still have lots of cold air. Nothing much, but nothing absurd. But there's still -4 below normal and -8 below normal. Exactly, and this warm air is trying to work itself through, and you get some neutral, even maybe a degree or two abnormally higher. But it's gonna be a more of a warming trend, but we still do have cold pockets of air. This is later September. We could September. We're in that October. We're in this. This could be also incorrect too, because this is still far out. We're in that. Even some really early lake effect snow event could happen. Probably won't stick, but it's really early. It's only the beginning of September, but lake effects still a looming threat until February. Let's look at CMC. It's a shorter model run, and the first few frames are talking about the first 72 hours. We're in a cooler trend. Warm air tried to work its way through the next couple days, but we got a cooling trend. We got a big burst around hour 120, giving us some, I won't say polar air, but it's technically polar air. At this time, it's probably in the 60s, 50s, but yeah. But cold air is gonna come through, but it's it's on CMC. It's pretty strong, as now it's getting around hour 204. Gets There's lots of warm and hot air, and yeah, we go to Icon doesn't have it. On today for the national forecast maps, we do have a high pressure sitting here for next at least 3 days or so. It moves offshore around day 3-ish, and precipitation outlooks would look like nothing. Day 1, day 2, nothing. Maybe a small chance, 0.01 of an inch, if that, in some parts. Looking at the 7-day totals, it's a little more around that inch or so. We're gonna see that. Probably all that on days 4 and 5. Let's see. Yeah, all of this is probably days 4 and 5. I already looked at this. There's no flash flooding threat. Let's go back. There's no flash flooding threat because there's no rain. We still are below normal. We've seen this on the models, on most of the models here. And this is probably for the next week or so. And cooler temperatures means not much precipitation because there's not a lot of energy producing this thunderstorms or rain. So it's gonna be a little drier. And yeah, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. That's all. That's all I have. Comment down below if you have any suggestions or comments for any videos you want. And probably could produce one video also today. I'm considering it, but we'll see how it goes. This video is already 17 minutes long or so. So if you like the video, again, please like and subscribe it. Yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for watching WNY Weather, and goodbye.